Hello everyone and welcome to another movie review by Cinepede Geek. This is the Oscar season. The Oscars were just announced recently, and the Oscars are coming up in just a few weeks, and this is right around the time of year where obviously we all watch the Oscar films. And so we had The Wolf on Wall Street that I watched and reviewed. We had Dallas Buyers Club, American Hustle. Well, the most recent one I watched is August Osage County. And just like in those reviews, let's ask the big question. Is August Osage County Oscar worthy? Well, let's find out, right? Well, the director is John Wells, and the writer is Tracy Letts, who did the screenplay. From what I understand, August Osage County is partly based on true events of the person who wrote the original 1980s play, I believe. I believe the play was 87 or something like that. So we have the play, and I believe, when I understand, it's partly based on the writer's experiences, sort of, in a way. Some things have changed and stuff like that. But from what I understand, partly based on that. It stars several actors. We have Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts, Chris Cooper, Ewan McGregor, Martin Martindale, Sam Shepard, Benedict Cumberbatch, Abigail Breslin, along with several other famous actors and actresses. And pretty much what August Osage County is, it's pretty much, to me at least, a drama. Now, some people have said there is some black comedy in there, and at times there is, but to me, it plays itself more off as a drama. And I don't want to say too much about the film, but I do have to give away a little minor, it's a minor spoiler, very, very minor, because it happens pretty quickly in the film, but I have to say it just so you get the full rundown on the movie. But it's pretty much a drama about people's relationships and what they go through. And we have a very dysfunctional family. Meryl Streep plays the mother, and then we have another character that plays the father. And this father character dies very quickly in the film. And they go to his funeral, and it's pretty much right after the father dies, and this family is going to the funeral, and they all come back, and the family hasn't seen each other in several years. And they all come back pretty much. It's not a family reunion, but that's kind of what it doesn't really play itself off like that, but it's kind of what it is. The family comes together to have a dinner, and that's pretty much the main plot of the movie. You find certain things out about the family, and it's pretty much a drama about this family and their behaviors, and pretty much just the human relationships that they're in after the father character dies, and they all come back to this house to meet each other after they haven't seen each other in several years. That's the plot of the film by the name of August Osage County. Now, just in my other reviews, as I said, previous three films, American Hustle, Dallas Buyers Club, Wolf on Wall Street, all three of them are Oscar-worthy. Now's the question. Was August Osage County Oscar-worthy? Well, I have to say, another great Oscar film. August Osage County is probably my favorite out of the bunch that I've recently watched. That and probably Wolf on Wall Street. Those two are definitely my favorites. The other two were really solid also. But August Osage County, to me at least, it was the most sentimental. It was the most emotional. August Osage County was the one that actually brought me to tears in the film. It was so sad. Why is August Osage County so good? Well, let's talk about that. The film, it's a sad one, I have to say. It's very depressing. That's one of the things that makes it so great. That the entire film is surrounded with such a serious tone, such a dramatic tone. It's at times it's dreadful and depressing to watch because the entire film is surrounded with dread. You have this dysfunctional family where everyone is, kind of a smart ass to each other. They're very sarcastic with each other. They're very rude. At times it seems like they don't care about each other. They don't care about each other's thoughts or opinions or feelings, and they're not afraid to state that. So everyone's very upfront and personal, and overall, so you have this very dysfunctional family, along with a dysfunctional mother figure, Meryl Streep's character, who raised them. So it has a very interesting plot, and each character is written in a way where they're interesting. So it's a very dramatic film. I can't think, there's not very many happy moments at all in this film. So that's one of the best things about it, is the tone of the movie, how serious it is. There are some moments of maybe black comedy where the scene is so serious that that at times that it's a black. I personally didn't get the black comedy when I watched it, but I was reading other reviews where people did, where a character said something to another character, and the character said something so sarcastically and rude or cussed at them that to the viewer it came off as funny. So kind of a black comedy or dark humor. To me, it really didn't come off that way, but others did. To me, it came off more dramatic, in my opinion. So let's talk about some of the performances. We have Meryl Streep playing the main mother character of the character of Violet Weston. Meryl Streep, haven't seen her in much. Definitely want to after seeing this movie. She plays her character in such a way where she's rude sometimes, she's sarcastic sometimes, but yet she's so mean sometimes that you could still feel sympathy for her. You could still feel compassion for her. She's written in a way where at times you may not like her character, but other times you do. When a character's written like that, in such a complex way, those, in my opinion, are the best written characters. Meryl Streep plays a great role. She's got mouth cancer. I should have stated that in my, that's kind of one of the main plots of the movie. She has mouth cancer. Major spoilers coming up. She's addicted to pills. And I love the path of her character. I love the ending. It's just, she starts off alone, and then everyone meets her, and because of events in the film, ends up alone again. Very depressing, but overall makes for a great watch. Julia Roberts plays the character of Barbara Weston, her daughter, Meryl Streep's daughter in the film. Once again, Julia Roberts plays another great role. One of my favorite moments in the film is when they have kind of a fight scene and she tries to take the pills away. And it's in the trailer, and they both fall on each other after she tries to take the pills, and, she hits her head on the floor, and, Meryl Streep's character is crying, Julia Roberts is, really into the moment and so dramatic in the scene. It's a great scene that I loved. I was tearing up in the scene because it was such a great scene that overall I really enjoyed. She's so good in it. Chris Cooper plays a great role. There are some, I won't say what the twists are, but there are some great twists in the film that you don't see coming that were really cool. And Chris Cooper is in a great scene where he says, quit talking back to my son, quit. It's with Margot Martindale's character. She plays a great role too. Chris Cooper says, quit talking bad about our son. This is our son. I don't care if he pretty much says, I don't care if he's displeased you. And Chris Cooper, he says, if you don't start acting right or treating our son right, I don't know if we're going to make it to 39 years. And he walks out of the house. Definitely the best scene with Chris Cooper's character. I loved that scene. He was great. Ewan McGregor was solid. Plays the husband character of Julia Roberts. He was solid. We have Margot Martindale playing the wife character of Chris Cooper. She was great. She's got some great comedic scenes with her. And he has some scenes where, with, I won't say what, but when there's a twist revealed, and I love those scenes with her where she starts to talk about that twist. And you start revealing things, and her acting was great, particularly in those scenes. Sam Shepard's character, from what I remember, he plays kind of a scumbag kind of character. I won't say too much, but he's decent in the film. He doesn't steal the show or anything like that, but overall he was solid. And then we have Abigail Breslin playing the role of Jean Fordham, kind of a young teenage pot-smoking teenager. That's kind of the gist of her character. Overall, best thing about this film is definitely watching these characters interact. The overall, just the behaviors and the human relationships between these characters. It's crazy that they act that way. It's crazy that some of these events actually may have happened. So just watching these characters interact with each other, watching the events play out in the way they did, overall makes it for a very fun watch. That's pretty much my thoughts and opinions on the film by the name of August Osage County for the Oscar season for the year 2014. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to my page below. I'll see you guys later. More videos by Cinephile Geek.